That's some really unfortunate news for Reds breakout star Nick Castellanos. He was suspended 2 games for sparking a brawl on Saturday's 9-6 win versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Now before I go on, a lot of people are probably gonna be like, "Well, why are we talking about this? He was just playing the other day." Well, he's appealing the suspension and will not serve the suspension as the appeal is pending. So he can still play until they make a decision on what's gonna happen. Um, So yeah, basically what happened was Nick Castellanos was hit by a pitch by Cardinals pitcher Dick Wolford. He actually got the ball and offered to give it back to him before he flipped it out of play. I don't know what that was about, but then he scored on a wild pitch and he dove head first. And I guess Wolford fell on top of him, and when Castellanos got up, he got up and he screamed at him like he was the Incredible Hulk or something. And Yadier, who flipped the ball to him, Yadier Molina, I that dude doesn't need any introduction. He obviously got pissed off about it, and he ran up to Nick Castellanos, and the benches just cleared out. I seen Nolan Arenado in the middle just screaming at me. He was like, "It's that damn man!" But if I seen a if there's videos of it on YouTube, so I'll put a link to it in the description down below for you guys to go check out. It's actually pretty funny if you ask me. But yeah. Anyway, the source of this was ESPN Associated Press. So Mario, you go first. What do you think of Nick Castellanos getting suspended and appealing it?
How do you appeal it?
You can appeal suspensions.
No, I get that, but like the fact that he's not facing any suspension, right?
Nah, he is, but he's appealing the
Uh,
suspension.
okay, all right, never mind, my bad, I got confused.
I
I thought, all right, the appeal is pending. Okay, I thought he won.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought he
still
won.
pending. They haven't made a decision yet.
I thought he won this. Most likely, he's not gonna win this, man.
Yeah.
Most likely, he ain't gonna win this. I got confused. I thought this man won this suspension. I was about to say, how this dude dive headfirst into somebody, yell at him, end up throwing a ball out of play, and somehow does not get. I couldn't understand it, but most likely this dude's gonna get suspended, and because it's being appealed, I assume they allow him to still play. Hey, let me tell you something, though, Nate. The next game, the game after he went off,
Hey, dude.
he went off. Oh my god. But yeah, it just shows you like Nick Castellanos. I'm gonna be real. He's a dog. He is a dog. Like the guy don't play around. But yeah, honestly, Nate, I haven't seen the video. So I gotta actually check that out myself. But from what I've heard, obviously he got hit by a pitch, and for some hitters, they're not too fond of that. Obviously getting hit by a pitch is a part of the game, but a lot of pitchers just aren't. A lot of hitters just aren't too fond of getting hit by pitches. It's not something that they like to get. They like to take. They don't like to take that. Some hitters just don't like to take that contact from a pitch, and I can understand it because them pitches hurt. It hurts. If you take it in the back, it leaves a little welt. It leaves a little welt on your back. Like it ain't pretty. So I can understand it. And obviously Castellanos is the type of guy that really does get fired up. Even the next game later, I remember I believe he hit a home run and then he just flipped the bat.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so he is the type of player to get fired up. Nolan Arenado is another guy I really does like to get fired up as well. So like, obviously they wear their heart on their sleeves, and honestly, because of it, Nick Castellanos is going to be facing a suspension, most likely. I mean, we don't know who. I mean, if somehow, let me tell you something, Nate. Okay, if Nick Castellanos ends up winning this appeal, I'd be shocked, bro. I'd be pretty shocked. I think because I just can't see him. I just can't see him winning this appeal. You know, I just can't see it happening. But obviously, Yadi and Molina got involved. He ended up he got pissed off and ran up to Castellanos, and that obviously cleared benches. When two players end up scuffling, 100% of the time, you're most likely going to start seeing these benches clear. So, I mean, yeah, I can't see. The point is, I can't see Nick Castellanos win this appeal. Um, but yeah, let me tell you something, Nate. Regardless of that, he is a good player. He is a very, very good player. I think I love the fire that he has in him. Something that you don't see a lot from baseball players when they have that fire inside them. They obviously they get hyped up and everything, but Castellanos has a completely is when he's fired up, and that's what I love about the sport of baseball is it makes it more exciting when you see a player get fired up. I'm not saying it's when you see a player obviously clear benches, obviously that gets turns the sport of baseball into something completely exciting as well. But with Nick Castellanos, I am a big fan. I am a fan of this guy. especially after the game after. I think he when he went off, I couldn't believe it, man. He just got he has that attitude to him, you know. He's got that swagger to him, to like that not many baseball players have. You know, the other guys I can think of is probably Nolan Arenado. I'm trying to think. You got to help me out here, guys. Who Fernando Tatis? I think he's got a little bit of swagger
Yeah,
himself.
yeah. Trevor Bauer's got a lot of swag.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong. Obviously, we're not. We've always said it. You know, we're not fans of fighting. You know, we've always said it. If there's a way you can settle a problem without violence. That's what we prefer people do. You know, and we're not saying he's a dog because he fought. That's not where I'm not saying he's a dog because he fought. I'm saying this man is a dog because he has that fire like inside of him, and he uses that fire, and he brings out that fire, and he ends up doing amazing things on that baseball field. He took that fire from last game, used it in the next game, and absolutely went off. And I can definitely respect that out of a player. That's why I'm fond of guys like Jimmy Butler. I'm fond of guys like Stephon Diggs, guys who who got a fire lit under them, and they bring that fire out, and they end up channeling the dragon. They release it, and it ends up becoming, and they end up doing great things on the field. So with that being said, I wish Nick Castellanos the best of luck. Obviously he was really upset with the situation. There's really not a lot I can say about this though, Nate. So with that being said, I wish Nick Castellanos the best of luck, and curious to see how the appeal is going to turn out.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen the video, so I actually have a lot to say about it. You're gonna be surprised by what I say, or a lot of you guys are. This is by far one of the dumbest suspensions I have ever seen in my life. I've seen a video. The dude got hit by a pitch, right? And he offered to give him back the ball. Dude's just being a damn gentleman. Like holding the door for your woman. Like, come on, man. Like, man's got some manners, dude. So now fast forward to when he dives home plate. Look, he didn't mean to do that. I can tell. I mean, you're diving headfirst into a home plate. I mean, I don't think he means to take out anybody in his path. If you get in the way, that's your damn fault. It's as simple as that. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. No. So for Jake for Jake Wolford to fall on him, it just happened. It's not that's not any but well, technically, I mean, it's his fault, but he has to make the play. So it's not entirely his fault, but if you get what I'm trying to say, if you play baseball, you know this. I've almost gotten taken out a couple of times by some diving plays in the pitcher, so I do know what it's like. But at the same time, you're getting in the way of somebody who's diving headfirst in the home play. I mean, come on, what do you expect? But the dude just got up and screamed in his face. Like everybody does that. Everybody does that. As much as I love Yadi or Molina, sometimes I gotta be honest with you, dude, sometimes Yadi can go a little over the top, but that's just me. But even though I love Yadi or Molina, he's just yeah. But look, I really do think the MLB just needs to just not suspend this dude. I think this is one of the dumbest suspensions I've ever seen in my life. I really do. Because at this point, you look at it, you're suspending him for screaming at somebody. Suspend all the pitchers that scream, or suspend all the batters that scream at pitchers, and vice versa. Like it's just dumb. It doesn't make any sense. I think I just don't see the point in suspending. I understand why Nick Castellanos is appealing the suspension. It's stupid. To be honest, if I was in this position, I'd do the same thing. I really would. Like, why am I getting suspended for screaming at a player? Suspend everybody else that screams at other players and coaches. Come on now. Stupid.
Yeah, I just see. I'm looking at. I was just looking at the video now while listening to you. And at first, I was thinking to myself, I was like, I don't know, Nate. Like, it sounds kind of like the way you're talking about it. It doesn't seem. It doesn't sound. The story itself, the way it's actually like
Yeah,
set up, it didn't sound that way. But then I looked at the video, and I couldn't agree with you more.
yeah. Like it's
Like,
it's dumb.
yeah, like you look at the first part, he obviously gets hit, it's taken off the guard and everything, gets the ball, offers the pitcher the ball back, like tosses it. It's not like he did anything like too bad there or anything
Yeah,
wrong. And then when he slid in, he dove in head first. I understand it, but the pitcher and him, that was a close what do you call it?
close call.
Exactly, which means you do anything you can to get that hand in. That's the one thing you do when you're sliding in. You're not going to slide in with your legs. You're most likely going to get it with your hand.
Hmm.
In that specific instance. Now, the part about again the fire in him when he got up and the dog in him when he ended up like yelling. I like it. I really do. but sometimes like players just aren't gonna players on the opposite team. They're gonna stick up for their players. And
Yeah,
hey, look, I gotta give Yadier Molina respect too. He didn't like what was going on, what Nick Castellanos did to his teammate. So he stood up for him, and I can respect
yeah,
that. I think I'm personally, if I was a catcher, I think I would have done the same thing. Like, look, you're not gonna go. You've made a good play, but you're not gonna go yell in this man's face. You're not gonna
yeah,
disrespect my teammate like that. We all think that way. Obviously benches started clearing. They separated Nick Castellanos from the group. So now looking back at it, he could possibly win the suspension.
yeah.
He could possibly win it. My bad because I didn't see the video at first. I had to go check it out. But now after looking at it, he could win the suspension. But you know what? MLB is probably gonna take a stand to this and be like, look, people cannot be doing this, and they're probably gonna give him the suspension anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was actually watching the post game interview from Nick Castellanos, and this is what it's rather funny what he said Yadier Molina is the type of guy that punched me in the face and that still asked for his autograph. So at the end of the day, at the end of the day, words are words and that's it. But hey, man, with that being said, I wish everybody here the best of luck moving forward. I hope this decision is made for Nick Castellanos' suspension, so I wish him the best of luck with that too. And yeah, I'm interested to see how this goes.